All right, Brittany, we're going to be so well-rounded. We learned how to knit,
yes,
and now we're going to learn how to quilt.
Yes.
And we're back with Bev Watts from Joann Fabric and Craft Store. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for being so patient, because you're going to need it with us.
Yes.
So what do we need?
So true.
This is an introductory quilt class for our children. Any child age 8 or up can use a sewing machine at our store, and they can make a quilt project.
All right.
And this is what the finished product will look like.
Oh, this is finished. Okay.
That is the finished one. Yes. This was a quilt block. We simply rounded it out to put it in a frame for display.
Oh, neat.
But
Okay.
it's very, very simple. The children come in. I show them how to use a quilting ruler, how to cut the squares into 4 even squares.
Okay.
Then they simply put them together.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
use pins instead of sewing because I do not have a machine handy.
Yep. No, we
You
don't.
simply put the 4 blocks together.
Do you do it?
I will teach them how to do a proper quilting seam. A standard seam is a quarter
So I'm
of an
already
inch.
lost. Okay. Oh,
Look.
so in.
Right. And this one will go here, and this
Okay.
one will go here. They will sew it together on the machine using a 1/2 inch seam. For adults, we use a 1/4 inch, but because we're just teaching the children, we give them a little more wiggle room.
Yeah.
Because we tend to wiggle on the sewing machine.
Do you find that you're teaching the adults too at the
Oh
same time?
yes, I have adults take children classes.
Okay.
I have a 10-year-old girl taking all adult classes, making a beautiful, gorgeous quilt.
Really?
I have a 13-year-old boy taking classes and making beautiful clothing for himself. Yes,
That is so
I have
cool.
some really awesome students.
So you have classes for all levels?
All levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have classes for 5 years old up through 90 years old, basically.
Awesome.
So once
Now,
we get our
you simply put the 4 blocks together, and then they take an applique. We have several templates. I chose the heart because Valentine's Day is coming.
okay.
You simply cut out the fabric, and then you put it in the center. The children will be given a choice. Some of the children aren't real confident top stitching, so they will want to draw the applique. But if they want to, I'm going to allow them to sew it on,
Okay.
either by machine or by hand. And if they're really adventuresome, they can use a fancy applique stitch. But this would be a finished quilt block.
And you
Whoa.
just simply just kind of cut it around
Right.
the edges.
Right,
I mean, this
was
is
for-
if you
this
want to
was for
hang
di-
it.
Exactly. That was for display purposes.
Right.
But a lot of the children aren't yet ready to make a full-size quilt.
Right.
So wouldn't that be beautiful in their bedroom?
That's
or
really
a
cute.
beautiful gift to mom and dad. I love you. You know, for
Now we're talking.
Valentine's Day.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So this is like the basics to a quilt. Like that's
Very
what you
good.
just repeat.
you just repeat. You make one block and another block. In our quilt block a month, students come for every month. They make a different block, a different block, a different block. When they get their blocks done, we put them all together and they have a full-size quilt.
So where do we find the list for classes? Is that something that's like written on the website?
It is on the website. You can
Okay.
go on the website or you can stop in and see me anytime and I'd be delighted to give you one.
All right.
Cool.
So give them a call.
All right.
It's joann.com or 342-0154. Are you seeing a resurgence in quilting?
I am.
Yes.
Quilting is really big, especially the t-shirt quilts. We will be beginning those classes in March and I expect they're going to boom. I really do.
Unbelievable.
I'm very,
I might
very...
have to go. I have a
would
lot of
love-
old
we got
t-shirts.
a lot
let me
of
tell you.
projects
going
to
on.
see you.
Yeah.
Beth, thank you so much. Come back, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right.